Hello, hello, hello! How are you, bears? It's Miss Katie, just in case you forgot what I looked like, but highly doubt it. I remember you, so this is so cool. I hope you had a really great weekend. Hopefully all that snow has just melted away. The sun is coming up and put a little bit of extra pep in your step. So it's Monday. Can you believe it? It is Monday. We are off to a great start for a great week. I hope we can all make the most of it. All right. And I can't wait to hear about some bucket filling that's going on at school, home, and what you're doing to help mommies and daddies out because you are amazing just like that. So, before we get started with our big idea, why don't we do a Go Noodle video to help us just kind of get our bodies loose and ready for learning with our new subject? All right, so let me pull this up. I have for you an oldie, but a most definitely goodie. All right. Does the song Hello from Go Noodle ring a bell with you? It's one of my favorites. Let's do this.
Hello. Show us how you say hello. Move like this and go.
Get up and
And
move,
then I
bears.
say, hey, you know.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
Hello. Laser fresh. Yo, we here.
Show us how you say hello.
We move like this and go with the flow, and then we say, what's up, 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 hello.
Yo, Mr. Catman.
Yo.
Show us how you say hello.
I move like this and go with the flow, and then I say, cheerio, you know.
Cheerio.
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 Meow.
Yo, Swatchy.
Yo.
Show us how you say hello.
I move like this and go with flow, and then I say, aloha, you know.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha. Yo, Moose Dude.
Yo.
Show us how you say hello.
We move like this and go with the flow, and then we say, ciao, you know.
Ciao. Ciao. Hello. Yo, Maximo.
Yo.
Show us how you say hello.
I move like this and go with the flow, and then I say, hola, you know. Hola, hello.
Yo. Show us how you say hello.
I still like this and go with the flow, and then I say namaste, you know.
Namaste. Yo, Not Dog.
Yo.
Show us how you say hello.
I move like this and go with the flow, and then I say bonjour, you know.
Bonjour. Hello. Yo, Teacher.
Yo.
Show us how you say hello.
I move like this and go with the flow, and then I say whoop whoop, you know, whoop whoop, whoop whoop, whoop whoop, whoop whoop.
Hello. Yo, class. Show us how you say hello.
Yo.
Show us how you say
I
hello.
move like this and go with the flow, and then I say, hello, you know.
Hello. Oh my goodness, we crack ourselves up. How about that, guys? All right, did you join along? What kind of sounds did you make for hello? I like to do this and whoop whoop, but I'm sure your moves are so much better than mine. But anyways, all right, so I've been super excited to introduce our new subject for you. Dun, dun, dun. Based upon lots of requests from you and teachers, we are going to do a new unit on insects. We could also call them bugs. To start things off really easy, we're going to write down the word bugs. All right, so now we can sound this out together. If we're to write the word bugs, what do you hear first? Of course, it's a bee. So here, while I write it on the board, you can trace on the screen as well, or write it down on your own as well. So here we go. B. That's a U. G. Bugs. Got that last sound? S. bugs. Okay, so I'm going to make a line right here. What do you know already about bugs? What do we already know? Well, we also call them insects, so we can kind of start with there. So whenever we say bugs, we also mean insects, and when we say insects, we also mean bugs. So let's start with that. Insects. INSECTS. Okay. What else do we know about bugs? Do they have legs? Well, how many legs do bugs have? Any ideas? This might require investigating because we know some animals have just 4 legs. And well, do bugs have 4 or less or more? So I think we'll just put down the word legs because we most certainly know they have legs. We just have a question on how many legs bugs have. Well, what about the way they feel? Are they soft and squishy? Are they furry? No, we do know that bugs they kind of have like a hard outside to them. So let's just put hard outside. We know what that means, all right? Hard outside. There we go. Now, I'm almost sure there's a better word for it than that, but we're just going off of what we know already. Can we think of one more thing about bugs? Well, ding, 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 ding. What's something that comes from the tops of their heads? It's antenna? I think so. They have antennas. All right, so we are going to watch a video now about bugs. And if you find something in there that you think we should add, well, maybe you can write a note about it and I'll try and hear what you're saying and we'll write it down here also. Okay, let's see. That is not it. Dun, da, da. That's not it. Oh, silly Miss Katie. I gotta go right here to my lesson plans. What was I thinking? Da, da. What would you guys do without me? All right, we're going to YouTube it up. Here we go. Inspect an insect.
Ladybugs, houseflies, honeybees. We're big fans of insects, and you should be too. For one thing, they're everywhere. There are by far more insects in the world than any other kind of animal. And there are lots of different species of insects too, of all different colors, shapes, even sizes. Let me introduce you to one of my friends. This is Holmes, a northern walking stick insect. You can probably guess why she's called a walking stick. Northern walking stick insects are from the forests of northeastern North America, where it's easy for them to blend in with the sticks, twigs, and leaves of the woods. If you ever saw Holmes out in the wild, she'd be pretty hard to find. Now, Holmes here is bigger than most insects you probably know about, but she isn't the biggest, not even close. Probably the longest insect in the world is a distant relative of Holmes called Chan's megastick. This is a huge type of walking stick insect that lives in the forests of Borneo. It can grow as long as 36 centimeters. That's as big as a rat. But other insects can get even bigger. The heaviest, most massive insect that's ever been found is the giant weta from New Zealand. It looks like an enormous cricket, and it can weigh more than 70 grams. That's about as big as a small bird. Now, even though they look totally different, the megastick and the giant weta are the same kind of animal, and so are tiny ants, flying dragonflies, and buzzing bees. They're all insects. Oh, good question, Squeaks. How can you tell an insect when you see one? Well, all insects have 3 big things in common, and they're pretty easy to spot. First, insects don't have any bones. Lots of animals like your dog, your cat, a bird, or you have a skeleton made of bones. This lets us stand up straight and move around, but insects have their skeletons on the outside. Instead of bones, they have a hard shell around their body called an exoskeleton. Another thing insects have in common is that their bodies all have three main parts. Up in front, there's the head. It's where the eyes and the mouth are, and usually there's a pair of long, spindly feelers on top of it that the insect uses to sense its surroundings. These are called antennae. Below the head is the middle section called the thorax. This is where you find the legs and sometimes wings, but not all insects have wings. And bringing up the rear is the abdomen. This is the part where the insect digests food. And if it has a stinger, you'll find it here at the very end. Finally, the third way to make sure the animal you're looking at is an insect is probably the easiest of them all. Just count its legs. That's because all insects have 6 legs and only 6, whether it's an ant or a beetle or a giant weta or a walking stick insect. So here we have Holmes. Let's count her legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But what about this centipede? Is it an insect? How about this spider? No, again, spiders have 8 legs and insects only have 6. So now you know the 3 easy steps for spotting an insect. 1, it has an exoskeleton. 2, its body is divided into a head, thorax, and abdomen. And 3, it has 6 legs. So the next time you see a fly or a bee or an ant, stop and take a closer look and see if you can find what makes an insect an insect. Squeaks, what's your favorite kind of insect? Let us know your favorite too, and we'll see you back here next time on SciShow Kids.
All right, guys. I think we were onto something with some of our original answers there. Let's see. Pull up my other web page here. Nope, it's behind this. I need to get rid of it. There we go. All right. Here is a picture for you to look at while we go through some things that we just learned about bugs, that some of it we weren't quite sure about, and this video just confirmed it. So I thought one interesting part about the video was that she said there are more insects in the world than any other animal. All right. And thumbs up if insects have bones, or thumbs down if they don't have bones. What do you think? Thumbs up for bones, thumbs down for no bones. No bones. Insects don't have bones, but she said that they have what? They have a hard shell on the outside called an exoskeleton. Say that with me. Exoskeleton. Such a big word. All right, how many parts does an insect have? 3 parts. We have the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. And last but not least, our question was answered. We know insects have legs, but how many legs? 8? Nope. I'm going to write it down just in case you didn't remember. I'm going to write it down. Check this word out right here. 6. Insects, and only insects have 6 legs. So what did she say about the spider? Is a spider technically an insect? Goodness, no. It does not qualify as an insect, though I know sometimes we call it a bug, but it's not, technically speaking. Plus, it only has 8 legs. So one of the biggest indicators of an insect is how many legs. All right, Bears, well, that's your big idea for the day. I'll be coming back at you with what we're doing for math and literacy. I hope you enjoy. And as we leave, let's sing to each other. We wish you well. Put your hands on your heart like this. We wish you well. We wish you well. All through the day, we wish you well. And I mean it from my heart. Bye, Bears.